Possibly the upset of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Iga Swiatek coming into this match here. That's right, the Paris Olympics semifinal match. Who will make the championship match and have the opportunity to play for gold? Only four ladies left. Listen, Iga Swiatek was an 8-1 favorite to win gold as of yesterday. Coming into this match, a much higher favorite. Complete disrespect, however, to put things in perspective, taking on Qinwen from China, they've played previously 6 times, and Iga Swiatek winning all 6 of those matches. Qinwen only winning 3 sets in 6 of those matches, so she has not done well against Iga Swiatek. But one thing about Qinwen is she has a good serve, very powerful. I mean, we talk about the ace leaders last season. She was right in the mix there. That's right, guys. Elena Rybakina, just behind Alicia Parks. And Qinwen, number 3. That's right, guys. Qinwen averaged nearly about 6 aces per match, and she has a strong serve. I talk about how she holds well, right? She holds nearly about 75% of her service games, but her defense isn't that great. A lot of her matches go over because I don't think she's a great defender overall, and the statistics have showed historically when opponents play her, they can hold and they can win service games. But we have an official upset alert complete here, ladies and gentlemen. As from China, Qinwen finally beats Iga Swiatek, and she's going to have the opportunity to play for gold, guys. Who's she going to face? We'll take a look at that later. But listen, guys, I say it all the time. It's very tough to continue to beat someone over and over again. Eventually, they're going to learn. They have to learn and get better. And sometimes I just think when someone dominates you in a particular sport, sometimes you just stop focusing on X's and O's, especially if you're a professional and you've had success, if you've shown that you can play at a high level. Just play comfortably, right? Sometimes trying to focus on the X's and O's too much, it kind of takes you out of your natural instinct. And Qinwen's very strong. She's very powerful. In the first set of this match, guys, literally both ladies struggled on the first serve, losing 44% of their first serves. But Qinwen won 82% of Iga Swiatek's second serves. 82% while winning 64% of her own. That was the difference in the first set, as Qinwen took the first set 3 opportunities converted in terms of break points out of 8 overall. Qinwen, the fans here erupting with their Chinese flags. Now listen, guys, we all know China, they're paying some hefty bonuses to players that come back with gold. That could have been that extra motivation. Of course, Iga having that controversial matchup with Danielle Collins last time out. We're going to talk about that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into that. And the question I pose in the community is Iga Swiatek a dirty player? Is she a cheater? Now, we've talked about rules in the past, right? What are rules? There's just a set of guidelines that are placed within a sport to make sure the sport is carried out in a fair way. If you have players that bend the rules or break them, that is technically considered cheating. And Iga has received a lot of attention, especially going back to that 22 season where she just had that breakout year. Of course, #1 player. She won the French Open. She won the US Open. She passed the consecutive win streak that Venus Williams had since the year 2000, which was the longest active WTA win streak that we've seen the last 22 years, and Iga would pass that, but without controversy. We're going to talk about that next video, but let's focus again on this match here. How did Qinwen do it? Listen, she's very strong. She's got one of the most powerful forehands on tour, but she's also young and athletic, and she's very strong. And I think that combination is really what you need to beat Iga Swiatek, even though she hasn't had success in the past. You never know when it all comes together. And I think today she had nothing to lose. She played like it. 3 for 8 in breakpoint opportunities in the first set. 5 more opportunities to break Iga in the second set, converted on 3 of them. And again, guys, dominating the first serve, 69% of her first serves won, winning 48% of Iga's first serves. And it just seemed to me like Iga wasn't in her element with all the drama that happened yesterday against Danielle Collins. That's enough to really take you out of your element. And I say it all the time, when a player wins a match they probably should have lost, Watch out the very next match. They normally lose that match. And Qinwen had nothing to lose. She was pumped up. She blasted Ace to win it. And Iga Swiatek wanted to challenge. Qinwen's on the clay just celebrating, rolling around in the clay. And Iga's like, no, that's not an ace. It clearly was an ace. But again, guys, is Iga going to get flack for challenging a call that was clearly an ace? What do you guys think? Should we give Iga heat for just delaying the inevitable here, challenging this call? It was clearly an ace, but we talk about other players that have been done wrong in the past. Like, take a look at Coco, for example. When there's an issue with a line judge and the chair umpire, when they're not on the same page and it's a big match, of all the tens of thousands of tennis matches I've seen, these chair umpires, they're replaying that point 10 times out of 10. It seems like Coco's the only superstar that can't get a point replayed, for crying out loud. There's so much going on, guys. When we're talking about the game and how fast it's played, millimeters, split seconds, guys, especially if a ball looks like it's going long, if you're anticipating it to go long, that's going to change how you prepare and get ready to return that shot. However, then you factor in a line judge calling it out. There's a lot going on in those situations, and most chair umpires, the fair ones at least, they always replay the points. Let the better person win the point. Start fresh. Let's erase any controversy. You don't want to have controversy in these matches. So I think a fair chair umpire will replay the point. No need to replay this point, as this was an ace. We can see it there. It's clear as day, ladies and gentlemen. Iga Swiatek eliminated as high as a 10-1 favorite the last couple of days to win gold here. She has a chance to still win bronze. I think that probably is going to be a lock, but everyone expected Iga to win gold. And look, I think that was a fair assessment, right? She's been the most dominant player on clay, but nothing's a given, guys. Anything can happen on any given day, and we have an official upset alert complete. Qinwen received a lot of heat from Emma Navarro, and I'm going to tell you guys, I've met all of these ladies. I'm going to talk about that later, but quickly, briefly, she's a pretty classy woman, though. On the court, she has that eye of the tiger attitude where she wants to dominate you. She's a competitor, much like Iga Swiatek. So I wouldn't get confused with how she plays on the court versus how she is in terms of person and being a person. I just think she's a very solid competitor. I mean, you heard her. She said, look, when she lost her coach to Osaka, she said, I wanted to kill players. That's her competitive nature. Not that she really wanted to do that, but guys, Danielle Collins, Iga, stay tuned. I'm going to talk about that as Qinwen upsets Iga Swiatek, the biggest tennis story right now. Stay tuned. It's going to get juicy. There's a lot to talk about. I'll be right back, guys. Tennis in a minute. Thank you for the love and support. Like the video as Iga Swiatek is eliminated. Ouch.